Good evening, Pretty in Camo. Mel Stiller, good evening. Oops. I hope we are having a great weekend. Stephanie Fisher, good evening. Elaine, Tammy, good evening, good evening, good evening. Rackhart, good evening. Welcome to Music Trivia. Dorothy Larkin, good evening. Today's the 20th. Mary Sue, hello, and welcome to Music Trivia. Hello from New Jersey. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have no idea how long this is going to work or how well it's going to work. But if you have an issue with the audio or video pausing, like a freeze or something like that, try refreshing it. We've updated everything that we can, and we're hoping that it's fixed, but we don't know. Purple, good evening. Will, what is in store for us tonight? Well, I'm hoping that we get through the trivia tonight because the last couple streams haven't worked all that great. Colleen, 41, good evening. Amy, good evening. Haley, good evening. Second, we got two from Jersey in the house. I was forced to watch a commercial before I could be live with you, Will. Oh, I'm sorry, Rykart. Sorry about that. I don't have any settings on. There's no monetization or anything else turned on right now. So that had to be YouTube that did that. And I'm sorry for that. Jan in Tennessee. Janice, good evening. Welcome. We're having Wi-Fi issues this weekend too, Will. Yeah, we've done everything on our end that we can possibly do. I've had all the boxes replaced. I had the wire replaced from the house to the pole. I had it all done, and we did all the software updates, everything we can think of. Hey, me too. These commercials, yeah, Ragdoll. I'm sorry, but welcome. That's something on YouTube side because right now I don't turn monetization on for any stream until after the stream. So, and then I have to go through and answer all their questions about, hey, is this suitable for all audiences? Do you want to age restrict this? I have to go through all those before I can turn monetization on. Damn solar storms. I was going to say your 3 cents from the ad. You're going to enjoy your 3 cents. Is it 3 cents? Your sound is loud and clear and looks sharp. Well, thank you. Glad it's working so far. But again, I have no idea. We're just going to cross our fingers and hope for the best. Love tech, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter what we did. It doesn't seem to have changed anything really. But we'll find out, won't we? But they're telling me that, if anybody has issues, to refresh. Don't leave, just refresh your connection if you're having issues. So is there age restrictions? You can't, creators can age restrict content. You can restrict it at 13 and under so that they won't be seeing it, showing it, the video, or you can restrict it from 18 years of age and under. That's a setting that that you can age gate it, from the creator side. But I don't restrict anything. YouTube arbitrarily decides some things are age gated. I don't understand how they do it and how they decide it, but they do it. Go to the bathroom and refresh. All right, let's get this party going. Ooh, well, I clicked on the wrong thing there. All right, here we go. First question for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The song Hazy Shade of Winter appeared on which movie soundtrack in the 1980s? Was it A, Youngbloods, B, Risky Business, C, Less Than Zero, or D, Breakfast Club? Little Will. I'll put it back up in a second here. I think that the first couple of the picture that is of the band takes up most of the page. So I'll put me in the little window here in a minute. C, D, B, D, 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 D. D, says Reichart. No clue on that one. Good evening, Hippie Love and Lieutenant RN. Don't go by my answer, says Amy. Hazy Shade of Winter. What movie was that on the soundtrack of? D says purple. Hazy Shade of Winter appeared on which movie soundtrack in the 1980s? Dorothy Larkin is going with C. It's a great song, too. Hazy Shade of Winter. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. Hallelujah. Says D. Janice is guessing A. Hazy Shade of Winter appeared on which movie soundtrack in the 1980s? The correct answer for question 1 is C, as in cat, Less Than Zero. Some people might actually call it the Robert Downey Jr. Biopic, because he pretty much destroyed his life just like the actor he played in it. Less Than Zero is the correct answer. Question 2. Who sang the song I Know What Boys Like in the 1980s originally? Was it A, the Bengals, B, the Waitresses, C, Bon Jovi, or D, the Violent Femmes? Who sang the song I Know What Boys Like originally in the 1980s? Good evening, Starfire. Welcome. Got all over the place now. We have A's, B, C, B, B, D. Y'all hear my neighbor's dog barking in the background? They went out of town and they have someone over there visiting, taking care of their house. And apparently he doesn't care about the dog too much because that dog's been barking pretty much all day. And he's sitting in the backyard at a picnic table. I will in chat. Virtual hug. Oh, thank you, Starfire. Virtual hug back to you. Dancing Deb, good evening and welcome to Music Trivia. Who sang the song I Know What Boys Like in the 1980s originally? Sounds like it should be D. Who sang I Know What Boys Like? Question 2. Yes, I do. Purple's going with B. Jeanette, good evening and welcome. It's going with A. I totally forgot all about this song, to tell you the truth. I remembered it after I put the song on. I actually went onto YouTube to look it up. To see what just to hear the song again. But that is the band right there. So that should be a clue. He should interact with the poor dog, play with them, etc. It's a dog, German Shepherd. But he's just sitting there at the picnic table. I think he's doing homework or something. At least the last time I looked out there, that's what he was doing. Tammy is going with E. Josh Duggar. Dolly Parton says Mel. Good one, R. All right, who sang the song I Know What Boys Like in the 1980s originally? The song was originally sang by B, The Waitresses. That is the name of the band. And that is them in the picture. B as in boy, The Waitresses. The Waitresses. May have forgotten all about them, but they're there. Please don't talk about a neglected dog. My heart can't take it. I'm sorry, Stephanie. I don't think he's neglecting him. He's just not doing anything with them. He's just sitting in the backyard with the dog doing something. Never heard of it? They had a couple of minor hits in 1980 through 1988. But all right, question 3. Which band from the 1980s had members named Nick, John, Simon, Roger, and Andy? Was it A, the E Street Band, B, Lovin' Rockets, C, Duran Duran, or D, Flock of Seagulls? Boys like to eat good food, says hallelujah. Mel's never heard of the Waitresses. Well, look them up on YouTube. It's not bad music. I don't know what happened to them. Don't know what happened to them. But which band from the 1980s had members named Nick, John, Simon, Roger, and Andy? Nick Rhodes in the middle. Ragdoll's guessing D. I actually saw a Flock of Seagulls in concert before they signed their record contract, and when I walked in and I saw them, they had already started playing by the time we actually got in to the venue, and I looked at them and I was just like, well, what the hell am I watching? Because they had the hair that went out, in all directions, but it was so manicured, and they probably had some million cans of Aquanet in each one of their hairs. it was it was it was something, to say the least. But Flock of Seagulls. I've seen the E Street Band with Bruce Springsteen. Love and Rockets, saw them in I think '86, but I never saw Duran Duran. Lead singer from Flicker of Seagulls, Flock of Seagulls, lives in Miami and restores boats now. Does he? Nick with the lipstick. I can already tell I won't be having any luck tonight. Do you? Well, you never know, Mel. Never know. I only heard about them from these choices is Duran Duran. Hmm. Which band from the 1980s had members named Nick, John, Simon, Roger, and Andy? The correct answer, ladies and gentlemen, is C as in cat. Duran Duran, the only band on the list I've never seen in concert. I've seen all the others, but I've never seen Duran Duran. Epic 80s group. Frank Zappa, question 4, had a hit with Valley Girl, but who sang it with him? Was it A, Sunbeam, B, Moon Unit, C, Star Beam, or D, Laser Unit? Frank Zappa had a hit with Valley Girl, but who sang it with him? Question number 4. B, 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 C, B, B, B. Well, then there goes B. A lot of people guessing B. Moon Unit. I saw Frank Zappa. Jennifer, you saw Frank Zappa? I guess that'd be a good show to see. I saw him in concert, but it wasn't him by himself. He was um I can't remember what his name is. I can picture the guy though. It was Frank Zappa and another gentleman. Oh man. It's gonna drive me nuts. I'm gonna remember it like at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's gonna come to me what the guy's name is. I saw Frank Zappa play in Chicago, Illinois. That was wow. Kind of dating myself here, but I saw him, I think it was 84 or 85. Wait, Moon was his daughter. He looks like he's stoned. Of course he's stoned, Reichart. I think if Frank Zappa stopped smoking, shit right now, he'd still be stoned. After he dies, he's gonna be stoned. He's gonna be stoned forever. He'd be stoned in the afterlife. He's a good man. There are some people like Frank Zappa. He's going to be high the rest of his existence, and then in the afterlife, Keith Richards will always be petrified, drunk and high. I'll go with B, says Mel. Frank Zappa had a hit with the song Valley Girl, but who sang it with him? The correct answer to question 4 is B as in boy, Moon Unit. And Moon Unit is his daughter. Moon Unit is his daughter, and she sang the song Valley Girl with him. he's stoner lifer. Yeah. All right. Question 5. Gordon Summer is the real name of singer-songwriter Sting. True or false? A or B? Gordon Summer. P for Parton. Dolly Parton, says Mel. You got that last one right, Mel. Your epic comeback starts right here. Gordon Summer is the real name of singer-songwriter Sting. Dancing Deb is going with A. Excuse me. Colleen is going with A as well. But Summer. Miss McMasshole, good evening and welcome to Music Trivia. I think B now, but it's Summer, not Sumner, not Summer. I keep thinking about the song where he says, "I hope Russians love their children too." God, I hope they do. Amy thinks this is a trick question. We shall see, Amy, if it is a trick question or not. Yes, I did, Will. Good. I think little guy is Annie Summers. Annie Summers. Question 5, true or false? Gordon Summer is the real name of singer-songwriter Sting. True or false? So if trick, it's B. Very tricky, says Pretty and Camo. Sometimes it's just Will's spelling. And good evening, Samantha. Welcome to Music Trivia. In this case, Amy spotted it right away. It was a trick question. B is the correct answer. It is false. His real last name is Sumner, not Summer. Sumner. Sumner is his real last name. It was a trick question. And it wasn't a spelling error on this time. That was done on purpose. All right. Question 6. Ragdoll. Holy crap, I got it right. Question 6. The Stray Cats song, She's So Sexy. How old is the lady in the song? Is she A, 12, B, 27, C, 49, or D, 17? Sumner's Tales. Yeah, Russians love their children, but Putin doesn't. Dirty, rotten scoundrels. That was a good movie. With Steve Martin. Oh man, I can picture all three of them, but I can't remember the name. But I remember Steve Martin was in it. Oh, it says, I hope it's not A. She looks 17 in the picture. D. She's so sexy. How old is the lady in the song? 12, 27, 49, or 17? Rykar says she looks 17 in the picture, so he's guessing D. those all the guys in the pic? In the picture, that is the entire band of Stray Cats in the original form. I mean, they had other minor people who played, with the band, who played keyboard, and they had another guy who joined them sometimes on tour, who played saxophone, and he also played. I want to say the alto sax, but I could be wrong on the exact type of saxophone it was. But they were never full time members of the band. But those three guys were. In Duggar's years, 12 is a senior citizen. Oh my God, Amy. Tammy says it. But it's true, though. Oh, Brian Seltzer is still fun. Saw him Christmas show about 5 years ago. Alicia, welcome. I've never seen the Stray Cats in concert. Just wasn't my type of music. Rock this town, rock it inside out. Rock this town. What's it all about? Just wasn't my kind of music when it was back then. Oh, you didn't offend anybody, Tammy. Not in this group. We all have a really good sense of humor here. You should. He does a great show. If I ever get a chance to. Next concert I'm going to go see Carlos Santana again. I haven't seen Carlos Santana play since the mid '90s. He's coming to my town he's going to have 3 shows here. We have tickets for the first night. I bought 3 tickets. I'm going to take my daughter to see Santana, and then my friend is coming down from Seattle to visit, and he's going to go with us. I come here to laugh. Well, good. How about C? Any takers? Oh, yeah, I totally agree. One of the best shows I've ever seen was Carlos Santana. Next to probably Buddy Guy. I was absolutely blown away when I saw Buddy Guy play. Oh yeah, right, Cart. He's still playing, still touring. All right, question 6. Stray Cats, she's so sexy. How old is the lady in the song? The correct answer is D, as in dog, 17. Question number 7. MTV. MTV. Does everybody remember when MTV used to play music and have music videos? There was a time out there, in case you don't know about it. There was. MTV at first asked Cyndi Lauper's management to change the video for Time After Time. Why? A negative stereotype. B, images in the background. C, gang signs on a wall. It should be on a wall, but on a wall. Or D, empty beer cans. Why did MTV ask Cyndi Lauper's management company to change the video for Time After Time? Four and two, says Ricart so far. Damn it, 6-0. Congratulations so far on being my sarcastic self. Truth be told, nothing offends me. I don't know, there's certain things that offend me. I don't. I'm not to that level yet. I think the older I get, more things offend me. One thing that offends me the most in my life is people who refuse to educate themselves on a subject matter, but they believe what they one version of the truth over another, and they refuse to explore the possibility that there is another side to it. Pretty camo D, girls just want to have fun. Pick C, just check my answer above. Give it time, Richard. Going with D, I remember the song, but oh, I was wrong. I won't allow myself to be offended. It's weak. Just be like water. Go over, under, through, our, and around it. A, because Cyndi Lauper's stereotype of all her songs, especially True Colors. Lou was in Girls Just Want to Have Fun. I forgot about it. He played the dad. I forgot all about that. Thank you for that, Tammy. Jeez, I was like, I know that he was a wrestler or something, wasn't he? At least I think he was at some point. Betty Blue, good evening, Betty. Good evening. Welcome to Music Trivia, Betty. She's a bop. And she bop, bop. Life is short to get offended. MTV at first asked Cyndi Lauper's management company to change the video for time after time. Why? The correct answer, ladies and gentlemen, to question 7 is A, as in apple. No joke. The video was shot, and her significant other lived in a rundown trailer park. And they said that it displayed a negative stereotype. So they wanted her to exit out the part of the song where the background was a rundown trailer park. So they asked her to change it. She didn't. She never changed it. But they asked her to. Question 8. True or false? The line from the song goes, lyric, you spin me right around, baby, right around, like a record, baby, right around, round, round, by Dead or Alive. True or false? Are these the correct lyrics for the song? Hey, Will, I'm pretty effing wasted. You should have me on. Mr. Frosty would love to, but I can't. I can't have anybody up. But how you doing, sir? I hope you've been doing well. Long time no see. Right now, I'm just trying to technically get through the stream without it, like, freezing up or the audio dropping out or anything else. I live in a trailer park, but but I prefer to call it a mobile home community. There's nothing wrong with living in a trailer park. They just thought that it displayed a negative stereotype, which was wrong. Oops. Might want to see the question and not my desktop. Toggling on the other screen to see what the strength of the feed is right now, and it's 5 out of 5 bars, so we're doing good so far. How about Ben, Mr. Frosty? Not bad. Just trying to survive like everybody else out there. Just trying to survive. The true or false? The line from the song goes, "You spin me right around, baby, right around like a record, baby, right round, round, round." We found love in hopeless places. It was filmed in Belfast. Really? I did not know that. Huh. True or false? Question 8. Is the guy in the picture Gene Simmons without his Kiss makeup? It kind of looks like it, but no, that's not Gene Simmons. Divas Flats. Dead or alive? Adam Sandler, the wedding picture, wedding singer. All right, question 8. True or false? The lyrics go, "You spin me right around, baby, right around, like a record, baby, right round, round, round." True or false? The correct answer is true. A as in apple. Those are the exact lyrics. And you can actually see I cut and pasted that directly from the lyrical notes. That's why it's highlighted in green. I don't know if you can see that on your end, but I did. I know a girl that got to dance with the singer in the club in London. That's cool. Tammy and Riker leading. It was 6-2. Question 9. "I Think We're Alone Now" was a giant hit for who? Colleen, you're missing tonight. Oh. "Think We're Alone Now" was a giant hit for who? Was it A, Tiffany, B, Cher, C, Percy Faith, or D, Janet Jackson? Who had a giant hit with "I Think We're Alone Now"? I have this record. I do. I have this one, and I got Debbie Gibson. "I'm driving like Andre the Giant's buddy tonight." I'll go with the nice people who guessed A. Tommy James, "Drinking, Not Driving." I read a story about Andre the Giant and how they used to, they'd pick him up from the venue and take him back to the hotel, but they'd stop along the way, and he'd drink like a 24 pack of beer before he got back to the hotel. And he'd just pound them. The 80s were a good time. Samantha, your teenage years. Good evening, Inner Peas. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Start part of the 80s were the last of the truly good times. Yes, sir. Hi, Will. His story was interesting. Yeah. Sad and tragic, too, towards the end. I think we're alone now. Was a giant hit for who? The correct answer to question 9 is A as in apple, Tiffany. I got that tape in the 5th grade. LOL. Hi, Inner Peas. A as in apple, Tiffany. I have Tiffany's album, and I also have Debbie Gibson. Not sure why, but I do. Wasn't a big fan of either one of their music, but I have them. My sister worked at a hotel Andre was staying in at, and he was so heavy he broke the toilet, and the hotel had to install a special toilet. Was at the Hyatt Regency in Greenwich, Connecticut. Wow. They had a contest one night. Andre had 116 bottle caps at the end of the night. Jesus, that's a lot of beer. That is a lot of beer. All right. So this is the prize giveaway question is up next. These are the prize rules. Look them over. And as always, when I display the question, you'll have 5 minutes to use any tool at your disposal to come up with the answer. It can be anything. Google it, Bing, whatever. Shout out the window and ask someone. Ask somebody else in the room with you. Whatever you need to do. Phone a friend. Use any lifeline you can. First person to answer it correctly wins. You have 5 minutes from the time that I display the question. Tiffany was like a comet here today and gone tomorrow. Yeah. All right, here's question number 10. The song Cruel Summer by Bananarama was originally supposed to be on which soundtrack and not on The Karate Kid? Tonight's question is worth a good old $20. Either the cash equivalent or $20 Amazon gift card. You have 5 minutes. The 80s weren't a good decade for you, Mel. I'm sorry. Hulk Hogan was able to body slam Andre the Giant. I couldn't even believe it when Hulk Hogan carried him. Andre the Giant was a big guy. I don't know what he weighed, but he was a huge man. Can inner peace buy a vowel? So decorate a junk journal page. The song Cruel Summer by Bananarama was originally supposed to be on which soundtrack and not on The Karate Kid? Smoke 'em if you got 'em. Got some pretty good guesses so far. I've forgotten about half of these. I'll take What is Mean Girls for 100, Alex. No. I don't think Mean Girls was in the 80s, was it? Or whenever it has to be up sometime around when the Karate Kid, the movie, came out. And that was in the 80s, right? So I'm just trying to work through the question with you. Was it later? I don't know, says Ragdoll, but congratulations to the winner. You have 2 minutes left. Uh, the one where nobody puts baby in the corner, that's Dirty Dancing. You just think that entire lake where they filmed that went dry. There's no lake there anymore. Girl looks young. Person, oh, that's Ralph Macchio. That was in Karate Kid. Mr. Frosty's answer is my answer is Blue Crush. Barney's greatest hits. Barney's greatest hits. Twenty seconds left. And that's time. Unfortunately, nobody got it correct. The correct answer was Weird Science. August 1985, starring Anthony Michael Hall, Ian Mitchell, and Kelly LeBrock. Released early in February of 1985 on the Karate Kid soundtrack because of the movie delays with Weird Science. The song was supposed to be on the soundtrack for Weird Science. It did not make it because of production and delays with the movie Weird Science. All right, going on to the next one. Move my cursor back over to the other screen. Question 11. This is not a joke. What is the name of Dweeble Zappa's first album? A. My mother should have stopped him. B. My dad's on drugs. C. My terrible name. Or D. Having a bad day. What is the name of Dweezil Zappa's first album? Sting's full name, in case anybody's interested, is Gordon Matthew Thomas Sumner. He was born October 2nd, 1951 in North Cumberland, England. Gordon Matthew Thomas Sumner. Ralph Macchio. Yeah, Ralph Macchio was the Karate Kid. Elbow cough, elbow cough. What is the name of Dweezil Zappa's first album? And you got to give, Frank Zappa credit, there. I mean, you can name your kids whatever you want, but he picked some very unique names for all of his kids. This one's for you, Dad. B. Purple's going with D. He still looks the same. Carolina, good evening and welcome to Music Trivia. We are on question 11 right now. We are trying to figure out what Dweezil Zappa, Frank Zappa's son's first album was called. And you were guessing D, Having a Bad Day. What was Dweezil Zappa's first album called? He looks a lot like his dad. I'll give him that. Dweezil Zappa. All right. Question 11. What is the name of Dweezil Zappa's first album? The correct answer is D, as in dog. Having a Bad Day was the name of Dweezil Zappa's first album. Dweezil Zappa, Having a Bad Day. Question number 12. You're the Reason God Made Oklahoma is a duet with 2 stars. Hint, it's a country western song. Is it David Frizzle and Shelley West? B, David Frizzle and Shelley Moore? C, Dan Fogelberg and Shelley West? Or D, David Frizzle and Westmoreland? You're the Reason God Made Oklahoma is a duet with which 2 stars? With which 2 stars? A's, and we got some B's. Rest in peace overall. A, C, trust me. This time, y'all, it's A. Which one of these is the correct answer? I've got a couple albums by Dan Fogelberg. They're in the softer listening music that I have. I got Fogelberg and Gordon Lightfoot. A little bit of everything, I guess. I have an eclectic record collection. I'm surprised he didn't name one of them Zipper Zappa. Don't trust me on any trivia knowledge, says Stephanie Fisher. Right card's going with A. Question 12. You're the Reason God Made Oklahoma is a duet with which two stars? And that is a picture of the artist that we are looking for. Which one is correct? I'll give it a try with A, says Mel. Question 12. You're the Reason God Made Oklahoma. What happens if you play it in reverse? Well, if you play it in reverse, you get your dog, your truck, and your woman comes back. That's what happens if you play it in reverse. It's a joke. It's a joke to anybody out there. Don't take offense to it. So they say what happens when you play any country western song in reverse is you get all your stuff back. That's another wrong for me. All right, question 12. You're the Reason God Made Oklahoma is a duet with which two stars? The correct answer is A, as in apple. David Frizzle and Shelley West. Question 12. A, as in apple. Oklahoma has a lot of tornadoes. Yes, they do. David Frizzle and Shelley West. That is a picture of them when that song, You're the Reason God Made Oklahoma, came out. That is the publicity photo for that actual single release. Question 13. True or false? Bop was by Paul Overstreet was a top 10 hit in the US and UK. True or false? Bop by Paul Overstreet was a top 10 hit in the US and UK. Going with A for number 12. I don't know who these people are. When you grow your hair out and you brush your tangles. And I was reading that and it went zooming by. When you grow your hair out and you brush your tangles and end up with hairball the size of polar bear head. Reichart says B. It's got to be false. Karen Gillette's going with B as well. We have A, and we have C. Who cares? Good evening, S. Singleton. Sal is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, Sal. Tammy's going with B for bop. It was I Need a Manscape. C. Purple's going with B. True or false? Bop by Paul Overstreet was a top 10 hit in the US and UK. Carolina is going with B. If this is a country song, I'm thinking I'm right. Fingers crossed. A little late, but I didn't want to miss you tonight. Well, thank you, Sal. I hope you had a terrific weekend. I'm thinking it might have been popular in the UK. Day Tripper, good evening. Welcome to Music Trivia. Day Tripper is going with B, false. All right, question number 13. True or false? Bop by Paul Overstreet was a top 10 hit in the US and the UK. The correct answer, ladies and gentlemen, to question 13 is B as in boy. Ladies and gentlemen, Bop was not a hit or a song by Paul Overstreet at all. It was by Dan Seals. Dan Seals had a hit with that song, Bop, and it was a hit in the United States and in the UK, a top 10 hit for Dan Seals, not Paul Overstreet. Question number 14. Everybody Wants to Rule the World was sung by which band? A, Culture Club, B, Tears for Fears, C, Dan Seals, or D, The Outfield? Never heard of both? I'm sorry. I like Dan Seals. Bob Barker. Everybody Wants to Rule the World was sung by which band? A, Culture Club, Tears for Fears, Dan Seals, or The Outfield? Right, Croc going, B! Dang it. I was totally wrong, but even in the genre. Carolina's going for Tears for Fears. B. Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Stephanie Fisher. B. Too easy. Reichardt loves this song. It's a great song. I'll give you that. Definitely a good song. Tammy is 9-5. Everybody Wants to Rule the World was sung by which band? I had a poster very similar to the picture. Did you? That's cool. Never had a Tears for Fears poster. Oops, I just gave you the answer, everybody. Well, question 14 is B as in boy. Tears for Fears. Very true song, especially now with Putin and others. Tears for Fears sang the song Everyone Wants to Rule the World. Question 14. Moving on to question 15. Try not to give the answer away before the timer runs out. Who recorded the smash hit album Hell or High Water? Was it A, Graham Brown, B, Ricky Van Shelton, C, Annie Lennox, or D, Randy Travis? Who had the hit smash album Hell or High Water? Question 15. Ooh, it's coming down to who's going to get it in the end. 5 questions left. We're both tied. Sal's going with Graham Brown. Got some B's for Ricky Van Shelton. He looks like Graham. LOL says Starfire. Just Quisto. Rykart E. Preacher Graham. I'm watching Adele on NBC while playing. Oh, she's got a beautiful voice. Tammy Little, my chemistry teacher. Who had the smash hit album Hell or High Water? Hell or High Water. Right card's going with A. Graham Brown. Janice is going with A. Gianna Marie is in the house. Good evening, Gianna Marie. Question number 15. Who recorded the smash hit album Hell or High Water? Was it Graham Brown, Ricky Van Shelton, C. Annie Lennox, or D. Randy Travis? Who had the smash hit album Hell or High Water? Purple's going with A. Purple and Rykard both going with A recently. Question number 15. The correct answer to this one is A, as in apple, Graham Brown. And yes, that is Graham Brown that is pictured, not your chemistry teacher. That is Graham himself. P, Putin for the Putineers. Burnt again. Question 16. I Want to Dance with Somebody by Whitney Houston. MTV's video almost never happened. Why? Why did the video for that song almost never happen? Was it A, her cocaine use? B, she fell off stage? C, she had the flu? Or D, Bobby Brown hated the video idea? I Want to Dance with Somebody by Whitney Houston. MTV video almost never happened. Why? If I lose tonight, it's Russian's fault. Question number 16. A tragic, tragic loss. The day that Whitney left us. I love Whitney's music. Bobby Brown destroyed her. Greg Dahl is guessing D. She was such a legend. So sad. Yeah. E, all the above. I Want to Dance with Somebody. Wasn't she still modeling then? I believe so. Where she might have quit just before then, Tammy, to answer your question. But it was around that time she was still modeling. I Want to Dance with Somebody by Whitney Houston. MTV video almost never happened. Why? She really was a beautiful lady with great talent. I still mourn that she couldn't see what we did. Yeah. That video with all the colors around her. Yeah, Colleen, that was the 1980s for you. And I am so happy that we got rid of all those stupid neon colors, but some of that fashion's actually in those colors are making a comeback. We were at the store not too long ago, and they were selling like summer jackets that looked like they were made in the 1980s. They had the pastel green and orange and yellow and all of it, all the same colors. And I was like, damn, that looks like it was made in 1985. Going with D. Sidebar: Bobby really failed her. Her American Anthem rendition has never been topped. Remember her being high as a kite, saying "crack is whack" to Nancy Reagan. And anybody ever been to the Chicago area? There's a wall as you pull into the Amtrak station there, where it says "crack is whack." That was painted by the pop artist Keith Haring. Crack is whack. What's the answer to question 16, Caroline? Well, I haven't given it yet. About to, though. In the early 2000s and the 70s came back, and not 90s are coming back. Isn't it nuts that I should have kept my older clothes, right? To a point. I'm glad a lot of that fashion's never come back. All right, question 16. I Want to Dance with Somebody by Whitney Houston. The MTV video almost never happened. Why? The correct answer is C, as in cat. She had the flu. She didn't start using cocaine until later on, and she did fall off a stage once when she was higher than hell on cocaine. And Bobby Brown destroyed her life towards the end. But she had the flu. She almost didn't film the video. And if you actually watch the video, there's a lot of parts of the video itself where they had a body double that filled in for her, wearing the same dress and outfit. She only was able to film part of the beginning part and some of the other video footage that showed her with her hair all frizzed out, the 80s look, big hair. But she had the flu and she wasn't going to film the video, but that her management company said we got to get this out for MTV, because MTV was a force back then. If you got your video in the top play cycle, then you could make an average song become something famous. Next thing we'll start seeing again are the black garage paints that MC Hammer. Oh God, I don't want to see those. No, I don't want to see those black pants. Like, no, please don't. Don't bring that fashion back. Question 17. Which song below by Simple Minds hit #2 on the US charts and #1 in the UK? Was it A, Don't You Forget About Me? B, Someone Somewhere? C, Waterfront? Or D, Belfast Child? Which song by Simple Minds hit #2 on the US charts and #1 in the UK? Wow, I got a lot of A's. Don't You Forget About Me. And people think this was a huge chart topper, huh? And all those A's. A. Scrolling down, all I can see is A's. E's, Somewhere Over the Rainbow. It's unanimous. A. Mr. Frosty's even going with A for question 17. Remember the song in the movie Gia. That was a good movie. A lot of great songs by Simple Minds that were never played on the radio. Maybe D, says Samantha. Which song below by Simple Minds hit #2 on the US charts and #1 in the UK? Last time a vote was popular, Reagan won. Simple Minds. Purple's chiming in with A. Let's see. Which song below by Simple Minds at number 2 on the US charts and number 1 in the UK? A lot of people went with A on this one. All right, the answer to question 17, which song below by Simple Minds at number 2 in the US charts and number 1 in the UK? The correct answer to question 17 is A as in apple. Don't You Forget About Me. Number 2 on the US charts and number 1 in the UK. And it stayed in the top 10 of chart singles for 14 total weeks. In the top 10, 14 weeks. Question 18. Easy of easiest of trivia questions. Have to be asked, what is Journey's number 1 hit of all time? Is it A, Eye of the Tiger, B, Any Way You Want It, C, Open Arms, or D, Wheel in the Sky? Easiest of trivia questions have to be asked. What is Journey's number 1 hit of all time? Eye of the Tiger, Any Way You Want It, Open Arms, or Wheel in the Sky? The singer hooked up with Christy Hines. Did he? Did not remember that. Don't stop believing. It's not even close, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to their number 1 all-time hit. E, Rocky. E, all the above. Oh my God, I pulled the chest muscle. It hurts. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Pretty in Camo. Question 18. Easiest of trivia questions have to be asked. What is Journey's number 1 hit of all time? Oh, not because Survivor sings Eye of the Tiger. Not A, says Reichardt. Severe dehydration hurts. I have never had severe dehydration. I've had the opposite of dehydration, where you drink so much water that you're absolutely sickened because of it. It's not an easy question. Is Reichardt? This song more than double their album sales for singles than any other song that they ever released. Water intoxication. Yeah. Water intoxication. You drink so much water, you get absolutely sick to the point where you can't do anything. It hurts. Every ounce of your body hurts. You can't get rid of it. You can't throw it up. You can't get it out of your system. Going with inner peace for E. All right, question 18. What is Journey's #1 hit of all times? The correct answer is C as in cat, Open Arms. Open Arms more than double any of their other singles ever released for album sales and chart success. Open Arms. More than double anything else they ever released as a single. Question 19. Come this line from the song. Wow, come this line from the song Bonnie Taylor. I don't know why that says that. It should be finish this song lyric. Total eclipse of the blank. A, mind, B, sight, C, moon, or D, heart. By Bonnie Taylor. Finish this lyric. Total eclipse of the blank. That one definitely slipped by. What is the answer for the previous question? Open Arms, Ricart, C. I think that was C. Hold on, I gotta go back. Yes, C as in cat. Open Arms, Ricart. For question 18. Stephanie Fisher says it's not a joke, it's D. Total eclipse of the heart, she says. Total eclipse of the mind. Total eclipse of the sight. Total eclipse of the moon. Total eclipse of the heart. She's not kidding this time. She's not kidding. She said don't listen to her when it comes to trivia, but she's not kidding this time. She says it's D. Those are some Q-tips shooting out of her out of her ears. When did they start coming with lights? I'll give you that. It's a unique album cover. Faster than the speed of light is for this one. In case you can't read it up at the top of the album. I asked Google. Google didn't give me the answer to question 18. Jolene. Good evening, Jolene. Welcome to Music Trivia. We are on question 19 of 20, but I'm glad you can stop in tonight. That big hair. Yeah, right? Damn, it could be a Star Wars era thing. Does she have a lazy eye? Don't think so. I think it's just the way that the picture's done. Question number 19. Complete this line from the song by Bonnie Taylor is what it should be. It should not come, it should be complete. Complete this line from the song by Bonnie Taylor. Total eclipse of the blank. Hello, thanks for the welcome. Wish I made it here earlier. Well, Jolene, we're always glad when people can come and play trivia. You can always watch it and rewind after the stream is over with. It's always there. I think this is the 36th or 37th music trivia, something like that. I have to go back and I have to fix the titles to them so I keep the running number. Keep on forgetting to do it. There's the mountain lion. Mountain lion. Total eclipse of the mountain lion. The heavy cat eyes, 10 pounds of foundation. It'll weigh you down. That's a lot of foundation, huh? Water intoxication, Mel says. The first time, tell you a side story. The first time that I ever had to do that, where I drank so much water that we got sick, was I was in boot camp in MCRD San Diego. They used to make us stand in line, and we would have to drink canteen after canteen of water until we got to the point where we were sick. People were throwing up, and then we still had to drink water. It was horrible, but they made us do it. Next time that happened was, I think I was I want to say Wyoming. I might have been near Cheyenne, but I had drank so much water. I was not in service, but at that time, but I was there hunting. We were in the mountains. It was near Cheyenne, but that wasn't fun either. I just didn't realize just how much water I was drinking. Well, I didn't. No, but they used to do that to us on purpose, though. Drink water, Will. I'm drinking peace tea today. The Caddyshack tea and lemonade mixed. Water goes from the era of lower concentration to salt to higher concentration, salt in the cells. D, heart. All right, question number 19. Complete this line from the song by Bonnie Taylor. Total eclipse of the blank. The correct answer is D, as in dog, heart. Total eclipse of the heart. Stupid, this is nursing school. Studied this in nursing school. Vodka and water look the same, just saying. You're on fluid restrictions, Tammy, because the heart ailment. My mother's on water restrictions too. All right, question 20. Don't You Want Me? The Human League was a once-in-a-lifetime dance and club smash hit band. Tell me, where was she working when she met him in the song Don't You Want Me? Was she working as a waitress in a cocktail bar? B, dancer at the Whiskey Go-Go? C, a flight attendant? Or D, a singer? Don't You Want Me by Human League was a once-in-a-lifetime dance and club smash hit band. Tell me, where was she working when she met him in the song Don't You Want Me? Excuse me. Reichardt is going with A, of course. Kelly, good evening, Kelly. If I didn't say hello earlier, I'm sorry if I missed you. I hope you are able to watch it and rewind. You're just coming in late. Where was she working in the song Don't You Want Me? And that is not a picture of them when the song came out. That is a picture of the band more recently. I think it was 2019 when this picture was taken. But they're still together. Human League. Hollywood Boulevard. Blonde looks like Adele. A little. I think Adele is an absolutely once in a lifetime talent, ladies and gentlemen. Once in a lifetime. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't appreciate Adele, her music. and everything else about her. Lasers go right through her noggin. Did she even have an empty head? Did she have an empty head? No, Mel. I think you're a couple questions behind, Mel. I have a friend that knows Adele and can't stand her. I'm sorry. I think Adele's got a beautiful voice. She's a beautiful woman too. I just don't think enough people appreciate her talent. But that could just be me. Lolita Express. That was the name of the plane, the Lolita Express. That Jeffrey guy. I was thinking Pretty Woman. Where was she working when they met in the song "Don't You Want Me"? This is an amazing channel. Well, thank you, Mel. Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, that was the name of his plane. I love Adele, but I'm sure she can be a pain sometimes. Think she's a great talent. Well, thank you. At the DMV, working at the DMV. I mean, people have to work there. I've never been to the DMV and actually seen anybody working, but I'm sure that there is a DMV somewhere where somebody's working. I got to go over to the DMV and renew my driver's license. It expires on my birthday. Dell canceled concerts recently, and that made a lot of people very angry. A lot of people had concerts canceled on them. I had tickets. Well, we have a credit now with Ticketmaster that me and my sister were going to go see Luke Combs, but they canceled the concert because of COVID. Loves Adele, but I'll get him a poster so she can cook him dinner too. She doesn't have a beautiful voice. Does have a beautiful voice. Imagine being the person that people consider the once in a lifetime person. They're only human. I'm glad I'm a just me. Okay, question 20. Don't You Want Me? Where was she working when he met her in the song? She was A as an apple, working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. A as in apple, a waitress in a cocktail bar for question 20. That is all 20 questions, ladies and gentlemen. Look, we got through all 20 questions without having any technical difficulties. Yay! I went to Peter Frampton's concert. He played my three favorite songs. Then it rained and ended the concert. You got your money back. Wow. I Peter Frampton, that's a hell of a talent there too. Fun, 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 says Karen. Give it a thumbs up then. If you had fun tonight, give it a thumbs up. Bravo, Will. Yeah. Hopefully, then we have everything fixed. It only took a week. Took a week and a whole lot of pain and suffering on my part and everybody else's to get through it, to get all this stuff fixed. And to tell you the truth, we're still not 100% sure on which one of the fixes actually solved the problem. Was it the YouTube update, the Restream update, was it either one of those two updates along with the changing out all the hardware itself? We don't know. Or maybe it was a combination of all of it. All right, beat that like button, like Jeffrey Epstein's prison card. Oh my God, he committed suicide. A whole lot of roses. And Mr. Rogers' retirement home. Thank you, Will. Thank you, Janice. Thank you very much. And have a good week. You as well. Thank you very much. Night, night, Tammy. Thank you again. You have a wonderful week, Tammy. Jolene, this was fun. I'm glad you had fun, Jolene. We do this every single Sunday. Every Sunday we have music trivia. It's 20 questions, multiple choice like that you saw that are displayed on the screen. They're not always going to be more 80s. I just have a plethora of 80s songs, and trivia questions that I'm kind of working through, trying to get rid of, a whole bunch of them, so that way they become more diverse. I didn't realize that, unconsciously, so or whatever, subconsciously, I guess I had I have a thing for the 80s, my age and all, but I was going through the trivia questions, all the ones that I have, and I'm like, Jesus, is there anything that's not 1980s? It took forever until I found some that weren't 1980s, but a lot of them are. But I'm trying to work through them all, so I can have a more diverse, like 70s, 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. I want to have like a couple of questions from each different kind of music genre, but that are not so hard. Because I can make these really obscure, but so do I, Will. Thanks, Will. Everyone have a great week. You too, Sal. And thank you again for being here with us tonight. No, I'm currently you're reading my oldest comments, friend. You're current? Oh, okay. Oh, they're just showing up to me out of order then. I'm sorry. Love the 80s. Some of them are hard, but it makes it that much more fun. Because they're the way that the trivia questions break down. They're from the two sites that I get them from. They're broken down by on different levels. There's extremely hard, and then there's hard, then there's medium, and then there's the soft, which is the easiest. Is how they break it down, or they rank them 1 through 4, on the other site. So I try to pick questions that are, more towards the middle, medium level, but some of them are, really obscure. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Stephanie. Dog clapping his hands. Sheba. Is that your dog's name, Sheba? Anything past the early 1990s, I don't do well with. When is the next Josh skit? Rykart tomorrow. Tomorrow, Rykart tomorrow. Monday. Monday is skit and short. I'll have a 60-second or less, and the Josh skit. And then Tuesdays, either just a skit or another 60 seconds or less. Congrats to those who answered this one correctly. Can't wait for the next Josh skit. They are the best. Oh, I'm glad you enjoy them, Colleen. Beautiful super chat picture. It was, yes. I appreciate it. I appreciate it immensely. Inner peace, my pleasure. Thank you. Joshy is a desperado Duggar. You need your Joshy skit fix. Yeah, I already have them listed on my channel. They're just unlisted right now. And then I have them set for 2 o'clock tomorrow, Pacific Daylight Time, because it depends upon what day of the week it is. I try to list them when the larger majority of my audience or people who view my channel content are online. So glad you had no signal problems tonight. Me too, Mel. It wasn't a signal issue, and that's the part that really gets us is we went through everything, and the entire from hardware to software, everything. We always had a perfect signal, or we had 4 out of 5 bars. It was pretty damn close, except for last weekend where it was. I mean, the thing was just bouncing all over the place. So that's what we thought was a hardware issue, and we replaced all the hardware. I made the 2 technicians come out here and replace everything. I'm not the only one. There are quite a few people in my subdivision here who were having technical, or issues with the internet, and we were not some happy campers. I was talking to my cousin the other day. She had no idea who he was. What the hell? Yeah, not everybody knows who the Duggars are, or 19 Kids and Counting, or any of those, reality TV stars. Not only that, but the people that are putting the crap out. Where are they? Good luck in your next lifetime, sweetheart. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Mal. Will, how come you don't promote the super chats and get money to your channel? It goes to you, doesn't it? I don't understand the question, Stephanie. Um, why don't I promote it? Because I never ask anybody for a dime. Because I'm kind of old school that way. My father raised me to be self-reliant and work just survive on just my merits and my work alone. If people want to give me super chats, I appreciate it. I really do. But I never ask people for a dime. And I don't. The only thing I ask people to do is give the video or the content a thumbs up and subscribe, which is totally free. I'm not entirely sure about that, Amy. I see a lot of people who say that they take 40% or some ridiculous percentage. Um, you know, it, I don't. I guess it all has to work out somehow. I mean, I get some. I get the money, but it's not like I get it deposited into my account. It all comes into a giant once a month disbursement. So you'd have to actually go through and look at each and every one of them to kind of figure out, what the percentage is. I think it is 30% or 40%. It's somewhere in that ballpark. I mean, but there are people who do everything, you know, I, that's the other thing about, why I don't promote it is when I watch content myself and I see someone on the other side of the camera, hey, don't forget here's my Venmo, link. here's my PayPal or whatever, and I mean, are you making the content because you want to make it, or are you doing it because you need or you want the other person's money? There are a lot of people out there. Sorry about that for coughing, but there are a lot of people out there that are hurting, financially. They can't afford to, give money to a creator to keep the content going, and I understand that. I want to be here to, to make the content for, those who like to watch it. And I don't want you to ever have to feel like you have to give me your money to support me. I get by on what I'm making, from ad revenue, but unfortunately, the ad revenue is like a roller coaster. It's up and down. There's no even, playing field. Dr. Feelgood is a great character. You like him? Thank you. I've got like 3 or 4 other characters that I've written like scripts for in the Josh Duggar, but I just haven't gotten around to actually filming them yet. I have whole scripts that are written out, and I have ones where it's more than one character at the same time. Does YouTube pay you when commercials interrupt your lives or videos that are seen by us? Does YouTube pay you when commercials interrupt your lives or videos that are seen by us? Excuse me. Again, Reichard, the way that the ad revenue works on YouTube is, even if you see just like the overlay and you have the box where you can you can get rid of the ad that you're seeing on the screen, or you have that 3 seconds or whatever, countdown, and then the ad is gone. Regardless if you skip it or not, they pay the same amount to the creator. Now I make 3/10 of a cent, so that's $0, 0 cents, 0.03 cents. I make 3/10 of a cent per ad that runs on my content. 3/10 of a cent. So it takes a lot of ads to add up to anything. The more people that view my content, obviously, then it actually becomes something. An average video of mine that, let's say, it gets 10,000 views over a 30-day period, I might make $20 on that for that actual video. If I spend 3 months working on a video, and documenting it and working on it, and it's 8 minutes long, and I get, the same amount of views as a Josh Duggar skit, I make the same amount. There is no like, this one you spent a lot more work on, and doing. We're gonna pay you more for this one. It across the board, it's a flat, 3/10 of a cent per video, regardless if anybody clicks on it or not. And there are other channels out there, creators who will do all kinds of like affiliate links or brand merchandising deals. I've been approached by a lot of companies over the years, that I've been doing this, who want me to pitch their product, tell you, hey, you should drink peace tea, lemonade and tea, naturally flavored. I don't even know who makes this stuff. I just drink it because I like it. But I have no idea who even makes it. But the point is, they want you to place the item in their, oh, it's made by Coca-Cola. Who knew? I won't do that. Will is monetized. Oh, no, I've been monetized for a long time. A long time, Amy. But didn't mean to hit the hornet's nest here. It just seems that if a man spends his time for something, that we enjoy, we could occasionally put a dollar to the cause. I've been here many without pay. Well, no, you didn't step in a hornet's nest. I'm more than happy to explain it. If the video, and thumbs up or thumbs down, it that's what a lot of people don't realize though. When it comes to the thumbs up and thumbs down, every time the viewer, click on that, it's called an interaction. You leave a comment on a video, it's an interaction. That's all the algorithm on YouTube can see. It doesn't know if that's a good mark or if it's a bad mark, and that's the truth. But if a video gets an overwhelming majority of one way or another, it won't be pushed up through the algorithm. If it gets like 10,000 thumbs down and 100 thumbs up, but it counts as if every one of those interactions move it up just a little bit more in the suggestions. Doesn't mean it's going to go out to more people. It's just going to show more in the suggestions for thumbs up and comments. Tea time. If you don't like the channel, hit the thumbs down. Do it twice. That's true. Hit it twice. Hit that thumbs down twice. Tell that algorithm you really don't like that content. But I'm an open book to all this, and I'm more than happy to tell people what I make at this and what I don't make at it and how it all works. I help. There's more than enough people out there I've helped, start channels, and I've showed them the ins and outs and how to avoid the pitfalls that I missed. I'm glad I paid a measly $5 just for the information I received. Stephanie, I appreciate the super chat immensely. And don't think of it as you paid a measly $5. I appreciate each and every cent of what you gave me. I really do. It may not be measly to or it might be measly in your word, but yeah, anybody has any questions ever, I'm more than happy to answer them. Give the video lots of thumbs up. Yes. More thumbs up I get, the more that people are more likely to see it. Move us up in the algorithm, the suggestions. There were no commercials during this live. Well, that's good. Because I don't turn monetization on until after the live stream. And here's something that a lot of people, speaking of monetization, is seeing commercials on content or bumper ads, which are the side ads next to the video, or overlays that are in the gray. You will find them on channels that are not monetized at all. Maybe they haven't met the metrics to become monetized yet, but you'll see the ads on there, and YouTube is making 100% of the revenue from that. If I turn the ad revenue, turn it off completely, and I decide not to be monetized anymore, and you can do that as a creator, you can decide I don't want ads running on this content. YouTube will still place bumper ads on the side, and 100% of that ad revenue goes directly to YouTube. So much so, they made over $2 billion on just placing ads on content where the creator got absolutely nothing from that ad. Good night, Colleen. See y'all next time. Peace. Peace to you too, Colleen. You have a wonderful week. YouTube removed the thumbs down button. This is true, Stephanie, and I'll tell you why. They did that is because a lot of content that is out there, you have to think about what is going on social media in total. And there are groups of people who will come to a creator that maybe they don't like them because they're LGBTQ plus community, and they'll go in and they will absolutely annihilate them in the comment section. Then the creator turns off the comment section. so that no one is able to share what they like or don't like about the content. So then these people said, okay, what we can do is we can go in and we can, thumb down everything that this person has done for the longest time and drive that number into the ground. That way people will stop watching it. And that's what they're trying to do. So you'll turn on a video and it will show 500 likes and, a half a million thumbs down. So the creator on my side, I can still see all the thumbs down and on my side and all the thumbs up. But to you, the viewer, if you don't see the thumbs down, maybe you're less likely to give it a thumbs down just because you don't like it. It still moves it up or down in the suggestions, but it stops people from also from paying for what they call a hate campaign. And I've been the actual victim of these in the past, and they're very successful at what they do. They're all run by bot programs. You decide you don't like this person, this creator, this channel. You can go to a website and buy a campaign of hatred towards that channel, and their bots will spam their comment section. They'll thumbs down anything and everything that that creator does. And they'll spam their community tab full of nothing but hateful replies to everybody who comments, not just to blank comments that have nothing to do with anything, but they're in reply to other people who see it. That way, when you tune into YouTube, you'll see that number up in your comments, like, oh, there's a red number there. You click on that, and then you see that there are a whole bunch of hateful messages because you left a comment on someone's work. Do you want that? No, nobody does. And then you're more likely to leave that channel because you're getting all the hateful replies. YouTube should put a hands down option to love creators channels. Yeah, but that's basically what it is. It's and a lot of different genres, in niche areas out there. Especially if you want to read some of the most negative comments you'll ever see, tune into a beauty blog. Find a beauty channel, someone who does. They maybe all they're doing is just talking about makeup and cosmetics or women's fashion. People are absolutely brutal, and and they will destroy each other in the comment sections of that content. And everyone I know who's in that niche, they've turned off their comment sections completely, and they don't even bother to look at the analytics when it comes to looking at how many thumbs up or thumbs down they get, because it's just absolutely hateful. And a lot of times it's like, hey, I like this channel more than yours, so I'm going to come to your content over and over again and destroy you or make your life miserable in the comment section. That's the way the world works out there behind the scenes. It's sad. It only happens because Biden was elected against our will, and they have to make you believe the nonsense that is happening everywhere. Huh? Okay. Maybe that's in reply to another comment, but this has been happening since well before Biden got into office. Heck, when I had the attack that happened to me, that would have been the first year of Trump was in office, I think it was, or was it? Because I've only been here for 4 years now on YouTube. I mean, my channel's much older than that, but I've been doing this for 4 years now. But yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with politics one way or another. It's that the people have been destroying each other. You can go back to MySpace, when before Facebook and before all these other social media platforms were out there. People were doing it to each other then, hating on each other for no other reason other than they're on that platform. People are just cruel, and they sit behind a keyboard and they figure nothing that they say is ever going to come back against them. And unfortunately, in a lot of ways, the laws haven't caught up with, are kept in pace with today's society. I mean, you see about it all the time on the news about how 12, 13-year-old girls attacks another girl online on social media because one girl just decides that they don't like another girl, so they'll just destroy her online and make sure all her friends alienate her and leave, so they're not with her online anymore. It started then, and it just kept on progressively getting worse. And I'm talking about from it starting with MySpace, and it's gotten worse and worse. And the laws haven't kept up with it. In a lot of cases, they're catching up. Cyberbullying laws are being passed and finally coming into effect. On top of that, the stalking and doxing of another person, that happened to me 3 times, where they sent people to my home on purpose, saying that I was giving away tablets. Another group, people, because I made a video. Ladies and gentlemen. This is why they decided that they were going to destroy me and ruin my entire life. At least that was their hope, that I would eventually just go away. But they did it because I made a video, because I had an opinion, right? Bots are a big pain. You know where? Yeah, in the ass. But at the same time, right, Cart, don't be fooled in believing that YouTube does not have a political agenda. They do. They definitely swing to one direction over another. They swatted you, Will? No, they didn't swat me. They doxed me. They purposely on a Facebook group, they were attacking me and another creator on a Facebook group. So they were rallying all the support behind one creator over here, and then me and another creator over here, and they were sharing sharing information about us. And then they posted my home address, my wife's work number, the school my son goes to. They did all that and trying to rally people to try to destroy my life because I made a video and that they didn't like. But they were trying to find a violent sexual predator to come take care of my son for me. They told me so. They were trying to find a violent sexual predator to come find my son, and they posted his school, the hours of the school, everything about him, except for what he looked like because I don't put him on camera. Have a great weekend, Mel. It was a great pleasure to spend time with you all tonight. Take care, Will. Chat, you have a terrific week, Mel. That's insane, isn't it? But they were successful to a point. They were able to drive away 63,000 subscribers. But that happens. But they didn't get their ultimate goal, was to make me go away. They don't know me. And I went onto their group and I told them, not as me, but I got into the group and infiltrated them, and I told them, I go, he probably doesn't care if he has any subscribers. We're probably doing all this for nothing. Boy, did they go after that person, that fictitious name. I won't tell you what it was, but they went after that person. Lexi Bullock, What's wrong with people is they sit behind a keyboard all day long, and they think that there's no repercussions for anything they do on this side of the keyboard. That's the truth. There are people go, on when it comes to like companies, like rating a company or a business, people do it to them. They'll like, oh, my friend has a little small diner, and there's a diner across town that it looks like they're being more successful. Let's destroy those people and push them out of business so our friends' place will succeed. Instead of seeing it, what the hell's wrong with their actual friends' place, the crappy service or the lousy food, they don't see that as an issue. They see that person over there as the issue. So anything to destroy them, to make their friend successful, at least what they think is going to happen. Won't say, Reichart. I won't say. No, I'm not going. I'm not going to, get into it. There are still some legal cases that are working their way through the court system for the person over here who did it to me and this other person who rallied these people around to attack us. So we will not say. It has been we have been told that it's in our best interest and to let the legal system just play out. So oh well, everybody, I'm gonna wrap it up there. I hope everybody had fun playing music trivia tonight. Again, I know this is kind of rambling and everything. I'm an open book. This is really who I am, and my wife is the same way. If you feel like Minecraft videos, and watching someone stream about Minecraft, that's what she does. But thanks, Will, for your time. Everyone, this was fun. Thank you for being here and have a great week. See you next time. You too, Interpeas, and thank you everyone again. Uh, Reichart, in closing, I don't think it will be the last time either. As they told me, before I ever started this, when I asked my friends about their YouTube channels and their experiences, they told me and they gave me two pieces of advice. If somebody attacks you, you know that they're going to do it again. The people that you don't hear from are the ones that you need to worry about. But everyone, thank you again. You all have a terrific week and stay safe out there. I will see you all again next weekend. Bye.